What's up, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Crystal. This is Crystal's next chapter, and it is time for our May TBR, May round of PickPong. If you're unfamiliar with what PickPong is, it is my monthly TBR game that I play to determine what I'm going to be reading for the month. It is loosely based on beer pong. I have prompts in cups. I throw a ball, whatever cup it lands in. I then need to fill that prompt with a book. If I land in the same cup twice, I have to combine the prompts and find a book that hits both prompts. And if I'm unable to do that, then I still have to read 2 books. We also will be doing KuKi MAYhem in May. I will have a separate video coming out to you shortly with my entire KuKi MAYhem TBR. This is just my PickPong portion of my TBR for the month of May. So stay posted for that as well. And I will also have the KuKi MAYhem announcement video linked down below, along with all of the co-hosts that are going to be involved in that for the month of May. So make sure you go and check that out. But for now, let's dive on into the throws. Now, I did pre-film these because I thought that we might have moved out of our house or be in the process of moving. So I pre-filmed them probably back in March, at the same time that I filmed my April PickPong TBR. But I decided to keep them even though we're still in the house because I've injured my back and have not had time to do new throws. So these are the throws that I filmed previously. I'm still using the throws, but I've come up with new books that I'm going to be reading for the prompts that fit perfectly for KuKi MAYhem and some other fun projects that I'm doing in the month of May. So let's dive on into the throws and see what I'm reading in the month of May. I'm pre-filming my May TBR throws now, so hopefully I can use it later. Ollie keeps trying to grab my stand, so he is here. Juliet's over there laughing at me because she thinks I'm hilarious. So let's wish me luck. Let's get my May TBR. Now, this will be all books from my Kindle because KuKi MAYhem is happening in May. And so these will be all books that are from my Kindle. So hopefully this is kind to me and allows that to happen. So book prompt number 1. The bounce off counts. No, Ollie, don't grab that. Ah. Prompt number 1 is nature on the cover. Prompt number 2. Did that just bounce in the same cup? Oh my god, it did. Okay. Okay, so it's a gifted book. So I'm trying to think of a Kindle book that I have that's been gifted to me. Oh, that'd be right. I'll have arcs that are on there from with nature on the cover. That should be totally fun. I can make that work. Okay, prompt number 3. Okay, Ollie, I should weigh in more often. This is working well. Is a pink cover. Prompt number 4. Those cups are like all over the place, but I'm just gonna leave them. Oh, if I'd moved that cup, it would have gone in. Okay, now I have to. Prompt number 4, and we're on 1 miss. Prompt number 4 is 2+ authors. And prompt number 5 is that's 5 misses, which means we need to do 6 books. Okay, prompt number 5 is big book, bigger than 500 pages. Prompt number 6 is most recently acquired. Have I landed in that middle cup? If I've landed in that middle cup, I'll let you know when I pick which book I'm going to combine because editing Crystal will figure it out. But there you have it. They are my prompts. Let's go talk about which books I'm going to be reading. Okay, it is the next day and it is time for me to figure out what books I'm going to be reading for the month of May. As I've mentioned, I'm going to be doing all books that are currently on my Kindle. I don't have a KU subscription anymore, so for KuKi MAYhem, I will not be reading anything from KU. I'll instead just be reading books that are on my Kindle. So the prompts that we had were a little bit different than I probably said in the throws because I didn't realize I'd landed in the same cup twice. 2 times. So we landed in nature on the cover and gifted book. So I actually need to do a book that has nature on the cover and was gifted to me. And for this, I'm going to do A Tale of Two Dukes. This was gifted to me by Libra FM as an advanced listener copy, but then I purchased the Kindle copy so that I could read it along while I listened to it. So technically, I'm counting this as gifted. It's kind of like pulling it a little bit too strict, like too harshly, but like a lot of the books on my Kindle are not gifted to me other than the ones that are from NetGalley, but I don't want to read any of those and not a lot of them had nature on the cover anyway. So I kind of chose to tweak the rules a little bit. because I'm reading a couple other books physically this month, I needed some audiobooks. So I needed to go with A Tale of Two Dukes, and a lot of my NetGalley books left over don't have audiobooks at the moment. So my game, my rules. So that is for the first prompt combination. Now our second prompt combo that ended up happening was pink cover and a big book, which is bigger than 500 pages. I scoured my Kindle TBR for any big book that was over 500 pages, and I did not have a single pink cover. Now the rule is if I cannot do the combination, then I have to do each prompt individually. So I now have to find a book that has a pink cover and a book that is over 500 pages. So it was nice that I was hopefully going to be able to get out of here with like 4 books instead of 6 with all my 6 prompts, but no, I'm back to 5. So for my pink cover, I'm going to be doing Finley Donovan is Killing It. This has been on my Kindle since Neva from Reading Reneva told me that I absolutely need to read this book, and I haven't gotten to it yet. So it's finally going to happen. So that is the book that I'm going to be putting on there for pink cover. For big book, greater than 500 pages, I'm going to be jumping into Renegades by Marissa Meyer. I have been loving like sci-fi-esque, spacey kind of stories. I know that this isn't exactly under that, but I'm hoping that it fits enough that I'll have a really good time with it. Some of my most recent 5-star reads have included like that kind of space sci-fi vibe. So I'm hoping that this kind of hits. And I have loved other stories by Marissa Meyer, so I'm hoping that is the case in this one as well. So for most recently acquired, I'm going to be reading West Hollywood Monster Squad, which is a book that I have recently received on NetGalley. It is a graphic novel, which is only about 157 pages. So it's kind of my way of like doing a physical, getting a NetGalley off my list, but also like keeping it short. So that's what I'm going to be doing for that one. And then for 2+ authors, I'm going to be doing a physical book that I cannot find the audio for, and that is Happily Letter After by V. Keeland and Penelope Ward. This grabs my attention every single time I see it on my Kindle. Every single time I see it, I'm like, I need to read this. This is going to be fantastic. And I just don't read it. So I'm forcing myself to do it. So now that you know the books that I'm going to be reading, let's talk about what they're about. Because that's what we're all here for, right? Is to discover new books. So A Tale of Two Duchess hits a lot of boxes for me. But the best thing I love about it is it follows a widowed duchess with 2 children, and she ends up married to a man she can't stand. He needs an heir. She won't kiss him. And their marriage like is just of convenience, and it's like messy and passionate and full of lies, and it's just going to be utter chaos. Don't understand where the like 2 dukes come in. Like, does she have like another love interest? I don't know. I'm excited to find out. There's secrets. There's like love to hate. There's potentially a triangle, and there's like some limitations in their like smuttiness, but there is definitely smut included. So I think it's going to be a really fun time. Finley Donovan is Killing It sounds right up my alley. It has a mum who's just like struggling as a single mum. She's a novelist. She's talking about one of her like murder plot lines, and someone overhears it, and now she's like being taken on as a hit woman to like take out someone's husband. So now she's juggling kids, chaos, and murder. So Happily Letter After follows a journalist, and she receives a letter from a little girl requesting a wish. They have like a column in their magazine that allows certain readers to have wishes fulfilled. She decides to fulfill the wish of this little girl, and then she gets a look at the dad, and she becomes slightly a little bit irrationally connected and obsessed with the family, and who knows what ends up happening. West Hollywood Monster Squad is a YA that features a drag show that leads to some weird pink goo coming out, and the next thing you know, there's monsters all over the city, and these people have to come together, and it's like a group of misfit teens, and they have to like save the world effectively. It sounds right up my alley. And Renegades I'm going into completely blind, so I will not be looking up anything about it because I want to enjoy it for what it is. So there you have it. That's what I'm going to be reading in the month of May. Come along for the ride, and I hope to see you on the other side. Leave a comment down below of what you're excited to read in May, and I'll see you next time, guys. Happy reading. Bye.